long, long time ago, when I was a little chick, not even a chick, but a pink and naked thing, a scar, a scrap, a scrape fallen on roots and wriggling, when I was catching my death and all I knew of sky was the feel of feathers above me, the belly of black as warm as a cloud above me, when I was blind, my eyes unsprouted seeds, my eyes dots of gravel stuck under skin, when I was a beak opening for nothing, nothing, nothing. She lifted me into her pillowed palm. My siblings cried out as she carried me away, calling from our nest high in the spiny branches. "Father, Father, where are you? Come back." My mother called for him too, her voice frantic and afraid. But he, hunting for food, had left us all unguarded. That first day she sang me a strange human song as she packed me into a slippery box punched with holes for air. "I love you, a bushel and a peck. You bet your pretty neck I do." Then came another voice, deeper than hers, and it was a voice I knew already, a voice I remembered chopping its way up our tree and into our nest of sticks and wire and wool, shaking us in our shells. "Come away, and get in behind, and Dutchy, you mongrel." She stopped singing to me about pretty necks then, and said, "You're not to touch him." "Haven't you learned your lesson, babe?" I said, "You're not to touch him." The box tilted and bumped, and I was all claws in search of something to hold. "I'm just looking." Their breaths on my bareness, raising featherless bumps. A snort that I felt as a shock, a shove. "It's got no chance." "Give me the lid. He needs to rest." "Oh, well, for Christ's sake, don't name it. And don't come crying to me." I wanted the membranous press of the egg. I wanted back in my shell. In my shell, I understood my own dimensions, how I curled leg to breast and beak to wing, how I filled the wide world. There I heard my mother talking about the sun and the wind, which could parch us and pummel us, and I felt her tidying the nest, cushioning every corner, pushing away sharpnesses that might hurt a hatchling. I heard the songs of my flock too, and when they all sang at once, I felt the notes blood deep. At the tip of my beak, a bony spike, an egg tooth aimed at the blunt end of the shell. My sister and my brothers spoke to me from within their speckled planets, telling me to let in the air, to take my first breath in the soft, close dark so that I would be ready. I listened to their hammering, all three of them breaking stars in the sky. "Now?" I asked. "Now," they answered, and I began to shift my body, to move as they too were moving. In the slippery box, I lay like a stone, and she touched me to check if I had died. Then she cupped me under her hand, and when I was warm again, I began to beg. Whatever she brought in her little syringes, minced and mashed and measured, I swallowed. I was a hole of hunger, and I shouldn't have survived. But she stroked my spine with a single fingertip and said, "What shall we call you?" Back then, I did not know light and could not know light, and I thought, when I opened my eyes, that her hand was my mother. A day or two later, I saw her hair as feathers, black against the white of her temples and shoulders and neck, and I knew that she loved me. "Oreo?" she said. "Sushi? Domino? Or are you a panda or a puffin? No, that's confusing." She picked up the lid of the box. "Vanilla choc chip?" He peered in at me too, his riverstone eyes red-rimmed, scratched with broken veins, hair a dirty yellow, his face tanned, but the squint lines white. "You know, if it keeps me awake, I'll have to wring its neck." "It's just until he's old enough," she said. "Then I'll let him go." "And what about the mess?" "I'll house train him." "Marnie, it's wild. You can't house train it." "Yes, you can. Kind of. When he's a bit older. I've been reading online." "Won't be staying that long, though." "If you keep it that long, its parents won't take it back." "If I return him during nesting season, they'll swoop me." Tufts of downy feathers grew as soft as dandelion fluff, and spiky pin feathers, spiky blood feathers. Oh, I was a scruff of a thing, patchy and mismatched, a little branchling only a mother could love. I perched on her finger as if it were my home, and she held me to her chest and hummed, and I felt myself taking shape, shuddering into life. I started to flap my wings, to realize what they were for.